Hello and welcome to Nutrition 25. This is the online version of nutrition and excited to start this spring 2018 semester. I wanted to take a minute just to sort of help you navigate how I have set up my Canvas course. As instructors, we are able to set it up a variety of different ways, and I know that can sometimes be confusing for you as a student. So I just want to kind of help you navigate it a little bit easier. So your home page here is actually on the syllabus page. And I do that for a couple of reasons, and I'll show you. As you scroll down the page, you'll notice the Start Here button, which will basically take you where you need to go to get started and some of the getting started exercises. Announcements each week. You should have your announcement linked to your home email. So if I put an announcement out there, it should go to your home email. I think you can change that in your personal settings if that's not where you want it. But I'll usually have a couple announcements throughout the week just in case things change, or if I've added something, or if I've read some interesting article that I'd like to post out to you guys. The syllabus, this will link you to where the actual paper syllabus is, and then the modules. The modules are how I have set this up so that you can kind of move through the course that way. Again, here the syllabus document is right there. You can click on that and download it, and I suggest you do that because there's a syllabus quiz. If you scroll down this page, it'll break down for you what's due, when it's due. It's all lined out for the whole semester. So if you're not really sure what's up and coming or what's going to be up and coming, you have it all listed for you down here. I know some students will rely on, there's a to-do list that shows up over on the right-hand side. The one problem with the to-do list, and I'm going to tell you now, and I know I'm going to get questions throughout the semester, but the discussions are set up in a two-step process. So the discussion itself will show a due date. It's due. Everything's due on Monday following the week that it's open. So Monday night at midnight. However, your module will open on a Friday. Your first discussion response will be due the following Wednesday, but that does not show up on the to-do list. I've put placeholders in the calendar, so you can look through here. So it'll say initial chapter 1 post. Chapter 1 initial post is due here on Wednesday, but that will not show up on your to-do list. So it's something you're going to have to remember on your own. So that's throughout the semester that becomes problematic, I know, for some students. And so I have a whole write-up on how to do it, but your initial post is due by that Wednesday. Follow-up posts are due starting Thursday and then due on the due date listed in the assignment itself. The reason I have the two-step is what I found is if I allowed you to just post on Monday night, say, many students wait till the last minute and do their initial post, and they're scrambling to find someone else to reply to. And it works better if you have all of the students' initial posts to choose from to reply to theirs. So if you have questions on that, email me personally. So this is how it's set up. So this will give you all the days here. Also, if you prefer, you can go into the calendar, and I highly suggest that you take a look at the calendar and use the calendar, maybe assess your week this way, because it will show you all of the due dates that are coming up. Almost everything is set. You can download this calendar. You can put it in a different calendar feed. So if you have a work calendar that you're using, you can use the calendar feed there. On occasion, I'll change things up. Usually once I open up for the semester, I don't change anything. And if I do, I will send out notices to you. So if that makes sense, you can put it to the calendar feed. I tell you that because I think once you put it into the calendar feed, I don't know if my updates will cross over to yours, but you can see here again, the initial post is due. If we cruise over to February, it's always put on here, the initial post is due, just so it has placeholders for everything to kind of show you what's going on. So that's a great way to manage and make sure that you're getting done what you need to get done. So if we go back to the home page, I'm going to click you right into the modules. If you open up the modules, the opening for each module will kind of give you an overview of what's going on that week. And again, kind of talk about what I'm hoping that you'll get out of this week. And then we'll also talk about some of the things that you'll need to do in terms of completing so that you've finished this. So here's what the objectives are, and then here's what you'll be doing to complete this. And you can click over, well, you can't see it. You can click down here on the next button and it will take you to the next. You can wander through the modules that way. And you can always go back to the modules. Once you've completed an assignment, there's actually a spot on there where you can complete that. You can click on it that you've completed it, and you'll get a checkbox so that you can kind of make sure that you've completed everything in those modules. So if you go back to that module view, you can make sure that you've done, all of these assignments. You can also look in your grade book, and I think it will show that things have been uploaded, so that you can make sure that you've done everything for that week that was due. So several ways to kind of manage your time. This first week looks like a lot, but it's a lot of, I don't want to say busy work, but just some things to make sure that you understand, you're able to navigate and complete all the different types of assignments that are on there. Questions about Canvas, there's a great help guide over here. You can click on this. You can ask me a question. Well, you can go right to my email and ask me a question. And you can kind of go through, there's actually Canvas guides. So if you're not familiar with how to submit an assignment, it will walk you through very easily. Some of them have videos to kind of help you with that. There's also a support line for students. So you've got the phone number right there. You can contact them. I can help you with most things, but sometimes there's little glitches that I'm not even familiar with how to do. So each of the weeks are laid out for you. You've got the opening date, the closing date, and then all of the assignments. And if you click here, it'll open it up. It'll show you all of the assignments. Each of these weeks won't open up until, you'll see it's locked until the actual date that it opens up. So I don't have you kind of working ahead. I want everybody kind of going at the same pace. And that's kind of how it works. So that's what we'll be doing this semester. This was just more of a way to sort of show you what's going on in terms of how to manage and get around the Canvas, and I hope that helps. If you have any questions, you can always email me from my inbox. I'm available on campus. I encourage online students, if you're on campus, to swing by my office. My office hours are listed on there. It's always good to put a face to a name so that it makes it easier, I think, for you. It also makes it easier for me. So off to a great start. Hope we have a great semester. Email me with any questions that you might have.